Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds, where with our main quest about to take us into our final area, by the look of it, way over here, we're supposed to meet with Aratak and then head on to Ourea. But first of all, with, well, all those extra quests done when we reached Longnotch over here, I've just come back a little bit because completion percentage-wise for this game, I did notice that one of the things we were actually getting are unique modifications are part of that percentage. And I do wonder if I'm going to miss things based on shadow items, etc., because I still need blue gleam, maybe. But in the business of getting that maxed out, we might end up getting it maxed out after the fact, at the rate we're going. Ooh, why? Thank you very much. Potions, thank you very much. There is one here. A warrior's outfit weave. Just awaits me. Now, is that any good? That is the question, right? So we've got our modified outfit over here. We've got two over there. So we've got a fire resist, resist range, and resist attack. We could replace it with this new one, which is resist melee, resist fire by 34%. Resist range, resist melee. So it is better than this one in the sense that it does 36%. And then it does 20%. So it's better as a whole. So let's replace that into there. So what we're looking at for fire res, 34. Ice res is really high. And now we got more resist melee. So that's better than it was. Wow, they've repurposed a drill. To drill the ice for ice fishing. That's pretty cool. Is it actually going down, or is it, No, it is actually going down. I was wondering if it was like an illusion, like an optical illusion. Anyway, before the ice cracks, let's move on. I got mesmerized by it. I quite like the ingenuity. I like that quite a lot. Okay. So, Longnotch. Now we can speak to Aratak and Ourea because, of course, we have done all the quests here. So let's get to it.
Longnotch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more hunters have passed their trials. But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I take it you haven't spoken to Ourea yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Ourea when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Ourea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron, new metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted, no way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I'd hoped to never subject Ourea to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Ourea safe.
Some faithless hunters see the blue light as a symbol.
That's not me. I can do it. Sam just suddenly realizes that he actually has no health stuff. When did that become a thing? When did I get so drained? I'd forgot completely about that. And everything around here is fire kiln roots. That's not helpful. Hello? Health?
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Ourea?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right, stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Sylens?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Sylens, your need is well apparent. Sylens came to Banuk from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Sylens was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Banuk. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Sylens, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Ourea. Thanks.
It's a weird position that Aloy holds, isn't it? Probably the only person that he respects, after all.
What are we gonna find up there, Ourea?
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the Daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Ourea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back. Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the Old Ones.
Just Halo's kind of like, yeah, but...
What was this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from a terrible danger.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
Interesting how this facility had such a big workaround, and that they found it out. So it was really impressive on those regards, wasn't it? That she did that?
Tall as Benure's cliffs. I still don't like it.
I was gonna say, there's also enemies. Oh, here we go. We gotta look for the mushrooms. The mushrooms will give us so much HP. We need mushrooms.
Here, up and over.
In that way, yeah?
Once, these halls rang with the spirit's presence.
I'm sure they did, but can I read this log, please?
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes and ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? And don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Ourea.
And we need to piece more together. Oh, that's my health problem partially mitigated. So when you say up and over, you meant over here, yep? Oh, well, first of all, take the supplies they give you when they give you them. Can't get through here then. A text log. Kenny's homecoming. Joshua, the return of the director emeritus. A decent hollow title. Gina, no bad titles. It was Joshua and Gina speaking in turn. No, bad title and worst subject. The camera crew would die of boredom. Whatever, Gina. It's still the most exciting this hell cave seen in a long time. Your standards for exciting are depressingly low. I'll squeeze what I can out of this, thanks. You always were a little sweet on Kenny. What? No way! His ears are enormous. Besides, he was too busy mooning over Anita. I wonder what he's doing in the first place. It's not normal. He helped engineer the most advanced geothermal facility in history, then rode off into the sunset. Now he wants to check up on his masterwork. Seems normal to me. Why now? He's poking around the cooling facility and asking questions about cyan. Do you think there's something wrong? I always pronounce it cyan. Last I checked, there's been no deviation in any of our readings since the most recent microquake swarm. Maybe Kenny likes taking field trips on Pharaoh's dime. It's been 14 years. They would have frozen those accounts by now. Has it been that long? Man, I'm old. Not old, just boring. Alright. You say head upwards. You want us to go that way. There it is. I don't know, it's sparking a bit. I think it's a bit silly for me to grab hold. Oh, hello. I like the incredibly positionedness of that guy. Really all that worried about calling for help.
At least we have the drop on them.
Oh, we nearly didn't have the drop on them anymore, we'll admit. Don't worry. I think I can get my shots on nicely. Take out a fair few here, there, and everywhere. There's the gun. It's cool. I mean, it's mostly fine at the moment. I just want to take out the last scout, really. But to be honest, this is too tempting a target. I don't think it still knows where I am. Okay, it knows where I am. Oh, missed.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
I lost 1 HP, interestingly. One singular.
I'd have to ditch something.
Well, I could drink a potion to restore my 1 HP, you know? Alright, we'll run around for a bit in here because of the health items that are around. Grabbing some of them will really help me. Except they're not the good mushrooms. We need the good mushrooms. Oh, hello. That kiss. Must have been sometime in the spring of 2047, about 6 months after the main facility opened. We were behind schedule and new data indicated that an incident was close, maybe only weeks away. I was exhausted, losing weight, barely speaking except to give orders. I passed by Anita in the battery depot. She looked at me and frowned, then pulled me into this room and kissed me. A long kiss, the best kind. I can still remember the feel of her hand on the back of my neck. After, she looked at me and smiled and went back to work without saying a word. I'll never forget that moment. Her touch, her unspoken generosity. After she left the project, I spent years beating myself up for not keeping her somehow. Every time I ran into her at a conference, I felt thrilled and lost and confused all at the same time. Always hoping we might have a few drinks and, well, rekindle. It was only after I saw her on stage in a hollow in 58, accepting the Mind Challenge Award in Austin, with Elizabeth Sobeck presenting no less, glowing and happy and fulfilled, that it dawned on me that I hadn't done anything wrong at all. I could finally see that she had what she wanted, and it simply wasn't me. So they broke up then. 'Twas not to be.
If the chieftain's pace is measured, ours is measured.
Oh, I just like looking around, I've got to admit. Well, this door's now just open. Okay, so do you want me to climb upwards? For about where is the main question, there's quite a lot of yellow paint, which is very misleading because... Oh, psh. We're used to seeing yellow paint and going, okay, yellow markers, that kind of coloring. That's our way up? I don't trust that thing, I'm sliding.
Yes.
At least someone's there to be the affirmative behind me, right?
That's not...
Preferably.
Not much farther now.
How much farther to where?
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. The machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. And so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead.
I mean, we should take the stealth option, fail it, and make it the battle option anyway, right?
Towers. Steam. Frost. What was all this for?
Let's not imagine I could take the stealth option and actually stealth my way there. I think I'll take this path. I mean, straight up seems the more interesting one, because you know I'm going to mess it up. So it's about betting how long.
Looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but we may be able to stay in.
Let me just make sure I've got enough arrows knocked so we can maybe eliminate a target. Oh, hello.
Beware, stalkers.
Stalkers, eh? Yeah, I saw the shot before I take it. Who's making weird noises? Where did this stalker go?
It's cold. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. But why?
Cooling? So something here is being water cooled, right? Hello. Shoot, your shot protected. Well, there we go. There's where stealth went.
Here they come.
At the moment, only one robot's actually found me.
This one is mine.
Oh, except for the fact that Aratak's just gone full aggro. It's fine, Aratak.
Like that slow.
We only got found by one stalker. Like, it's not actually that bad. We can just literally retreat. I can kill it instantly. We can retreat. It's good. Okay, maybe not. Oh, maybe it's worse. Didn't actually see me, interestingly.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, I was in stealth, but Aratak's just decided to go in. There's another guy here. Yeah, there he is.
Now you fall.
Totally stealthy.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
Blink them.
No need for sneaking out, Chief.
Yeah. Incident report. Incident information report, Firebreak project. Property damage and personal injury. Reporter is Jorgen Holm. As official incident reporter for the Firebreak project, it is with great concern that I report of an incident at our facility. Incident began from a swarm of 35 seismic events beginning on 3rd and 4th of November, 9.6 kilometers, 6 miles northwest of Mammoth, Wisconsin, no, Wyoming. Yes. Sorry. Not an American state, man. Included were 4 in the magnitude 2 range, with the largest magnitude 2.4 at 0409, the 4th of November. Holographic modeling shows most quakes originating in the Hebgen Lake fault zone. As the project's senior geoscientist, I advise this number and magnitude in seismic events is a normal outcome from fluid movements with the caldera's silicic magma reservoir, as well as changes of pressure coming in interactions between magma and supercooled fluid. However, one can never be too careful in such an unstable environment, shown further in this report. The incident began when I was wakened from a loud crash in the canteen. Fortunately, I did not have to rouse the official canteen monitor, since I am that self-same person. Even while acting in a formal office, I was alarmed and feared the worst. Inspection of the zone showed the tragic loss of a 15 milliliter bottle of nail lacquer in deep crimson shattered on the canteen floor. Lacquer also splashed on the surroundings in an area of approximately I1E6M2. I don't know what 1E6 mean, but I'm guessing M2 is meter squared. But still, one chair was tipped over on its side, but happily I had the mechanical knowledge to write it without further incident. The Battle of Neldika is irreparable. Moreover, the canteen monster suffered a cut to the left hand when picking up broken glass. This was treated by the site first aid and me, with supervision of the fire marshal, also me, but could still get infected. Gina Bruno was identified as the owner of the bottle of Neldika. In my capacity as staff psychological observer, I conclude that she has accepted the loss of her personal item in a good fashion, but further evaluation may be necessary. We will keep the remote site supervisor informed of developments in such a case. Please find following this report my salary increase request for the coming calendar year. What the... What did I just read?
No space.
Ah!
Be wary of mines. Stalkers in the air.
It's fine. We've killed them all. I did an explosion. They all went, ooh, an explosion. And then we were fine. I'm wondering if there's like a report down here. Do you know what I mean? Mine there.
Well, I endured every hole there is.
Okay, there's one more thing left. It's chicken.
We tripped a mine. Brace yourself.
Who tripped that mine though? Really?
May the blue light guide us.
Wasn't me, that's for sure.
Good. I can use this.
Okay, there's a bunker door up there and a way up there that we've reached. Gotta wonder what's down that lower path. Stuff down there after all.
Let's keep going. There's an entrance to the tower ahead.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do I want to go this way or do I want to go the other way?
There's a door up ahead and refuge.
The assumption is that all roads should lead to Rome, right?
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? Firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive. Even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
He is on the inside as well, eh? Whee! If anything, I've got a ton of materials for making arrows. I don't think I'm gonna have wire issues anytime soon again. This brings me back down here. And the only reason I'm anywhere near around here is I just wanna poke my head out in case there's anything here. Like that.
Suspending the geothermal pipeline is the easy part. Making sure it can come back online without degradation is harder. It would help if Anita had told me how long it needs to be out. Years? Decades? What will that do to the count?
There might be more out there, to be honest, but to be honest, that looks like a shorter, stunted
Stocking.
battle arena.